All right, good morning. Coffee's ready.
Suppose we just look into things a little further. What's the cause of this tension anyway? Tension. What's the cause?
One day, chilling with my space brothers, I traveled through a wormhole. Appear, reappear, the stone builder, gate of the gods. Strike with that pose, coke in an ocean, wanna be.
All right.
Because she thought you gotta be thin. A little thick person, that's what dude told her. Many levels on the
Coffee is ready and hot and good. Are we going buck wild today? You never know. First order of business. So yesterday was that dip for the U.S. session, right? Kind of knew that was coming. Nice high volume there. Let's get the London hour stuff in there. Actually, I want to keep that fib. Nah, I don't care right now.
This reaction is brought forth by any situation which hinders free movement. What's the cause?
2 minutes left on the hour. Okay. I don't like extra lines when I'm doing this London hour stuff. All right, then you go to the 5 minute and it's not lined up. Oh, it's good today. Look at that. That is the London Open right there. There's the low. Okay. The London Open. The high. Okay. What's happening? More coffee. Took a nap. Let's get it. Where's my... There we go. Very good, very good. Mr. Knox, you made it. Woohoo. Nice. What's the market been lately? It's been a good month. Is that lately, or you mean like in the last few hours? But yeah, first thing we're looking for London hour setup, as I called it. Generally, the dips and the buy have been the situation back there, especially against the U.S. dollar. I've been saying this basically the whole month, right? This was yesterday's markings as far as looking for that. Remember? So easy. All the stop losses are here, right? Who else did it? Oh, I removed the fib there. This guy again. Yeah. 618 overshoot. This, I removed the fib, but it was there. Did they all do it? It happened late in the day. Well, this guy really took off from that. it's been the buy the dip before New York kind of market because things are bullish in the economy, even though nobody will tell you that yet. There's a lot of money going back into cryptos. It looks like the old days on the charts. We actually had a really good December, but it was rangy. But we ended up scalping a lot of scalps. This is more straightforward, bigger picture, cleanliness. Yeah. Again, the dip before New York session is the game, isn't it? Yeah. So many bullish days this year. Once we get into U.S. session, so many bullish days. Somebody talking about recession? I think I heard something about that. I don't think they know what they're talking about. Hey, it could be wrong. Come on in. I got to be watching the pound here. Okay. A lot of money going back into cryptos. Your local bank may be providing an opportunity for you to get yourself on some crypto at the bank. So I hear. Certain sources tell me. So we're looking for first order business. London hour setup. Nothing yet. News. Let me check the news. 1 second. Ooh, interest rate decision. Okay. Canada. Well, that's a big deal for the CAD. It'll have an effect overall on markets. Interest rate decisions are always wacky, so, I don't trade the Canadian dollar. But that's going to go wild, and of course there'll be a overall increase in activity there. Maybe another update on the news for a New York session, right? Yet again. We'll see. That's kind of the default right now. Tomorrow, GDP, US. Ooh. I keep hitting the wrong thing because it jumps. Friday. PCE price index? Oh, excluding food and energy. Yeah. It's all going to be okay. Everybody's going to be okay with the prices. What's today? Wednesday, January 25th. Okay. Where's my chat? Over here. Okay, so got a little time waiting for that. Again, bullish. Yesterday didn't give a chance to take an opportunity to take advantage of that. I did not trade U.S. session, although I would have been hunting this thing. What do I want to keep? Nothing. But again, proves the bullishness, the stop hunt, and off we go. It was very late in the day. Well, it was a quick move, but it's playing out through the off hours, which is interesting there. Finally, some weakness hit. And that's nothing in the bigger picture. We're still bullish. We're still seeing, if we come back down, we're going to still be looking at accumulation. Very bullish, though. I don't think we're going to do the low price stop hunt today. That was yesterday. We might just bounce right off of here. Look at that double top ABC retracement. Oh my gosh. So clean. Fake break? Oh. That's slightly higher. Double top fake break. ABC. Do we have strength? Oh, that's clean. Well, we could move up from here. We could do a double bottom fake break down there. Might want to do this earlier today than US session, it looks like. We'll see. If we can get more information a bit lower and see buying again, that would just improve the chances that we are coming up from here. But that is extreme. We're generally extremely bullish against the US dollar there. Let's see. London, I don't know. Okay. This guy. Same deal, same deal. So clean. Bullish, bullish, bullish. Let's see if it even can get this low. But yeah, we seem to be in that state more rather than the double bottom, the triple bottom, the fake breakouts, the stop hunts. We're probably more likely with how much they were able to buy yesterday and holding on to. More likely, if we're lucky enough to even get low on some of these, to just do the fib retracement thing now. If there was more weakness or something, it'd be different. But they're loaded up, they're holding. I don't see any kind of big down move like that in the forecast. That was it. That was the all those long positions, right? Gotcha. So we're lucky to actually be down here. That's the projection today. Probably try to break the high soon. Of course, it could be US session if we want to go down first. But again, I don't see, because of the volume, because of how much they were able to buy and holding on to, I just don't see this happening. Just to be clear, because that's happening so much, to have to do this again. If it happens, it happens. A lot of buyers are going to be pissed off. But I don't see it getting that low now, right? You see how much they bought and just holding. When they get a lot, off you go. Pound yen, thank you very much. Thank you. London hour trade, pound yen. Let's see, there's a minute left on here. Well, I almost missed it. Do I have any other way of confirming this? Yeah, let me log in. It's me. Like you don't know. So there's the close. Volume. Oh, okay. It's on the lower side. That's a really good close, too. Stop loss at 60. I'll let you know if I enter, but it's basically confirmed. Oh, the 1 minute has a bit of volume on that. Let's see. What's the yen doing? Yeah, we want to see that not turn. What the heck is that? What's up? Yeah, volume's a little high on that 1 minute, but I make decisions off the 5 minute. And that's medium. It's at least lower than the previous two, and the close is really good. It's like a 7 out of 10, right? All right, let's see. Yeah, before I miss it, I'll put a position on. I'll probably do a limited risk then. Okay, so I'm in there. Yeah, I already had a small risk amount in my amount box. So I did put something on. Don't want to increase it. I'll leave it. Okay. Get my stop in at 60. Had to make a quick decision there. Yeah. It's worth a moderate risk. So I did put that in there. The close is perfect. The volume at least is lower than the previous two. It's not high. It's pretty low for new low ground. So I put what I'm comfortable with. Stop at 60. Let me get that in there. I could even make that smaller, but I just want to get it in right away. How to make a quick decision. Yeah, and the pound is weaker than the others. If you notice, look at the yen. The euro versus the yen is not continuing here. This not continuing, and then this one is. So just relatively, you want the weak pound if you're selling at this time of day. I really like the close. The volume I can live with. And as far as the 1 minute volume, there was no reaction off of that upwards. If anything, it was starting to go further as a reaction. And I don't make decisions on the 1 minute. It's a 7 out of 10, like I said. So worth a moderate risk. So I have that pound yen short. You're in at 27. Cool. And what's coming up to the left? Yeah, 90 is a very reasonable area that we can get to. No news today. Better. But at least we can get a fake break here. Or at least to support. That is reasonable. There's not much else to the left. There's not much else to do. If you draw a fib, it already broke 618. That's done. Really lack of any demand issue showed up there. That's interesting. Our 618 is the line for the first hour. So it hung out there and it decided to break just at the right time. Well, good enough for me on a moderate risk. I'm in there. Short pound yen, stop at 60. Again, it might be a down move early, up move U.S. session. That's kind of been the blueprint, especially the dollar pairs. So I wouldn't mind seeing that. Maybe we get the long earlier than U.S. session. Would be nice. Very, very bullish. The Australian dollar. AJ. What are we doing there? Not much. Random spot. So that's probably going to get there. Yeah, all things line up to Let's see if that happens. That's the template here. Okay, that's a nice close, lower close. So even if there was strength, which there wasn't, it was decreased a bit from the previous few. A lower close means the selling is aggressive and on decreased volume. So we're into new low ground there without seeing demand come in. So that's a good sign. Low prices showing buyers. We got this all of a sudden. So if we come down as a result, we're still just seeing aggressive selling. Check another broker. That was weird. Like there's some low, really low volume points on that 1 minute that don't look right on FXCM. Where was my line? 337. Okay. See on this broker. Yeah. All right, got that going. What else? Little dip on the euro dollar could potentially give the long entry. If you back out, it's just clear as day. That could be an opportunity there. Again, this I doubt will happen, but if it does, we're ready for it. Another stop hunt again. Probably not. But so maybe the opportunity here is more realistic. Maybe a little, 6-minute overshoot, a little down one more leg here in the 5 minute. Would be ideal. Textbook. This one's very choppy here, huh? Pound dollar. Nothing to do on that. Chop, chop. So, yeah, looking for bullishness against the U.S. dollar. That's what the market is saying is going on still. If we come down, it's an opportunity to buy. If we just start trending up, there's ways to get in that. But I'd rather see the down move first and the some reaccumulation, some strength. Not a ton of volume here. I think they're pretty confident where they'd be buying a lot, really reject if we get one more. Let's see the other broker, right? Yeah, I mean, there's some volume there, but for a fib area, sometimes you really see a lot. That's London open volume. Okay, so besides London open volume. Yeah. Cheers, coffee drinkers. What's happening? Yeah, as far as those dollar pairs, I wouldn't do anything at the moment. What's up with the euro? Trending down. That stuff can just flip on you. It can go like that for an hour and then go the other way. But yeah, the euro's been weak so far today. Usually on these trades, if you've noticed the way they've gone, usually we get a break test continuation. We got to sit through. So let's not even draw it, right? There you go. That's it. But this information couldn't be any better as far as candles closing at or near the low bars. No price rejection and no sign of strength. Demand coming in. So sellers for the taking. Go on with it. Let's go. The yen trending up nicely. That's what we want. What's up here? Plenty of room. Yep. You like the song? Thank you. What is it? You're hearing... I don't even have my sound on. Leone. Leone. I've worked with him on a couple of things, and now he's doing his own solo kind of thing. So he's just getting started on that. But there's some stuff on YouTube. He's made some videos, if you could find it. All right, we don't have to go in a straight line. As long as it looks good, it looks good. And it looks good. As far as breakouts go. Okay, shall be patient on the rest. Australian dollar, will it drop? I don't see any particular weakness on the Australian dollar itself. Let me get caught up because I know it's had a nice up move actually. Well, the yen pairs right now are all dropping because you've noticed the yen, as long as this is moving up, that's going to drive AJ down. If that goes up, AJ goes down. So it's not in control of its own destiny right there. Versus the dollar, it is behaving a bit bearish, a bit bearish. You see how the pound is behaving while that's coming down a bit. I have no reason to sell the Australian dollar though right now. But yeah, it's looking a bit weak for the moment. Mr. Carbon, Agent Yax. So, if you're just joining us, we do have the London hour trade going. GJ short. If we can get to 9.5, I'll be happy and we'll go from there. So far, so good. And the information since we got in the trade is good because the lower prices are not showing any high volume demand and price rejection. It's just kind of sitting here, accepting the nice lower price. Maybe they'll just continue. Maybe a break test. Let's not break test. Let's do that. Where'd the second L come from? Oh, that was the scalp. That was the Eurodollar scalp. Yesterday. It did a couple of pops up and then moved down. And little scalp stop loss of 15 pips got hit, yeah. That's my first losing day for... No ouch. No ouch. First losing day in January. My first non-profitable trading session for January was January 24th. So there's no ouch. He deleted it. There's definitely no ouch. And one of the losses was really small. Really small. Ouch is gone. Yeah, making it to January 24th. January 3rd we came back and started. All profitable days until then, yeah. And what do you do after a losing day? Even if you're doing nice for the month and everything, to me a losing day is still a big deal in itself. You know, it's to be avoided, yeah. Too much, well, that's not good. Don't over risk. What was I gonna say? Yeah, after losing day, you know, what do you do? It feels shitty, you know, whatever, even though I'm up for the month. Pretty nice. But it feels shitty. You don't like it. You refocus. Back to the fundamentals. Discipline. High standards. All good. You do the opposite of revenge trading. You get centered again. You get disciplined. You get focused. You get your perspective back. That's what you do. Is it okay for new traders to lose? Is it okay? You will lose. Hey, I lose. Lost yesterday. Of course, you're always going to have losing days. I guess you're very new. You're going to have losing days. It's just how you deal with it. You don't over risk. You get out of shitty trades. Right? One of them was a tiny position. It was 30% of my max risk, right? As I said. And then the other one was a 15 pip stop. That's it. That's my loss for the month. As you guys can see. Oh, we're going, huh? So, of course. But if you're new, I mean, you're saying, is it okay for new traders? You're saying you're new and you lost a lot yesterday. Obviously, I'd have to give you the advice of whatever you're doing, stop doing it. Unless you like learning things the hard way. Maybe you learned the hard way yesterday and learn from that. Get refocused. If you're new, you probably shouldn't be putting yourself in a position where you're going to lose too much, as you said. You definitely don't want to be doing that. This is not financial advice. It's common sense. Also, carbon, the percentage is probability 95 versus 5% loss. So scoreboard, not a great reflection. Yeah, scoreboard is a summary because the win-loss sizes are going to be something you have to take into account. I mean, you could have somebody who wins 80%, but they take 2 huge losses out of 10, you know, and they make nothing. They lose money. So that's all about, you know, keeping the losses small as well. But everybody's going to lose. We're talking about probabilities here. Only talking about probabilities. No guarantee. If I take a proper trade and it's a loss, I'm going to take that trade the next day. Same trade, I'm taking it. Unless I broke a rule or something. All right. Let's get this going. So getting to support was at least what I'm looking for here. If we can do that, then I can consider managing things. So for the new people here, there's no ouch. Name of the game is not to lose. That's sage advice. Oh my gosh, I never thought of that. But it's all probability. You're always going to take losses, always. It's how you manage them. With your account and mentally. And I'm happy to go until January 4th before I have a losing day. That's great. Life is good. Pete, in a downtrend, when the volume starts to dwindle low, how do you determine whether that's lack of demand or seller exhaustion? That's a good question. We can talk about that. Let me see what's going on with this. We're getting some high volume. That's the one thing that I'm always cautious of, as you were just saying. Talking about downtrend and volume. Yeah, it's a bit on the high side there, so I could even close off some, because that's when I start to react. So I closed whatever that was real quick. I did about a third of my position in the bank. Stop at break even. So to explain what I just did, I closed a third of my position, stops at break even. A lot of you already know this. So I'll be in a trade, I'm listening to the chart. If I get this close to my first target area and I see an issue with the trade, you see the volume? If that wasn't there, I wouldn't have done anything. See the 5 minute? Right, I didn't do anything all through here. All of a sudden, we're getting this much volume into a down move. If I'm short, I'm doing something because of that. I can't just sit here and start praying, right? So this could easily, right, represent buying coming in. And that could be the low of the day with that much volume, right? I don't think it is. We'll see. But realistically, that could be the bottom of the move because of that volume. You couldn't be surprised if, right, if that was the low and it moved up. Would you be surprised? Definitely not. So the chart has spoken and I listened. Typically, if you're this close to support, you're going to get there without this volume coming in. That's definitely a warning sign. Now, if the next bar closes up, you're confirming strength. There's demand coming in here for whatever reason, a little early, whatever. If we close down as a result on some more regular decreased volume, then the selling is still aggressive against that buying. It's not really confirmed strength. We'll probably get lower. So the result of this activity is going to be important, but it doesn't take away the fact that this bar is, not that bigger than the previous, but the volume's double. So that extra activity accounts for some buying coming in. So I react to what I see, and you see it off the low. As we're moving down, the volume stopped the progress, right? So the market got more active on a down move. It didn't speed up. It actually stopped moving down. So buyers became more active in that price area. So I reacted to that. But yeah, the question. So I closed a third of the trade, stop at break even. Listening to the chart. Now, if we keep moving down and I don't see demand, I'm going to try to milk this thing, right? On the other side of that, right? Okay. So yeah, good question, Mr. Body Bag. In a downtrend, when volume starts to dwindle low, so you're moving down, right, and the lower prices are showing low volume. How do you determine whether that's lack of demand or seller exhaustion? It's lack of demand. First of all, it always is going to be, right? So if you're seeing lower prices and the prices are just getting accepted on low volume, then it's just factual that the lower prices didn't bring demand. As far as the sellers being exhausted, it's less of a concern because it's still bearish. For me, I'm not really concerned with that too much. Again, perfect example here. We could have really low volume at a lower close, and that tells me that it's still very bearish. It happens, but I mean that would kind of be you're looking at a no supply situation down here. Lack of supply, lack of selling at low prices. Low prices are typically telling you about demand. So I just don't even think of it that way. If it kind of goes dead at the low price on low volume and just nothing's happening, yeah, there may be a chance that it's going to start to move up and whatever. But much less chance of that in that case. I don't know how much that's even a thing. I don't know. I mean, if you're in markdown mode, markdown phase, you have an area you're trying to get to, and you want to get out. And that could have been it here. Otherwise, I'm not really thinking of that as a thing. I don't know. Well, that's the way I see it. Hopefully, I answered your question. It's not even a thing I worry about. You could have had here, right, and say, okay, the sellers are exhausted. Right there. Right, push, decent volume. Oh, we're dropping in volume. Never even crosses my mind that the sellers are exhausted. I never even use that phrase. That's the way I see it. Okay, so we didn't at least get this happening for the long. It doesn't mean that it's not going to happen later, which I keep saying, and it keeps happening. So we'll just move that on over and maybe say New York session, but maybe sooner. This could hit weakness. Let's see what it does up here. Again, it could just continue from here. Things are so bullish against the US dollar. We'll see what happens here. Mr. Grayling, yes, exactly. The no supply at low prices, the no demand at the top of a move. I had to remove that from my whole thought process. Yeah. Once I got rid of that and stuck to the law of lower prices tell you about buyers, higher prices tell you about sellers, it became so much more simple. Yeah, it's just, I can't even, it's just countless times that I have seen low volume say this thing is going to continue. And that's so counter to some of that basic VSA teaching that low volume on a trending move means it's losing activities, losing participants in the move. But how many times have you looked at a chart and seen that low volume and just it goes and goes because nothing's coming in against it? There's a momentum, there's a markup or markdown activity. And you have a situation like, I mean, here, if let's say smart money's positioned short, whatever. If you get to a point where these lower prices are showing very low volume, right? They have the capital and the means to say, okay, there's such little demand down here. While I'm marking down price, right, which is going to happen when there's lack of demand in the first place, and to continue that, right, you're marking down price intentionally, and you see that the lower prices are not attracting. There's no buying coming in blocks and large amounts consistently in a price. It's not there, right? Keep marking it down, right? The party continues. It's easy. There's nothing coming in against you. So 9 times out of 10, it looks like that's what goes on, you know. As a lot of you who have learned this stuff seen in the charts, right? Good question. Good point there, Mr. Grayling. Exactly. They do teach that stuff, and it gets in people's mind, and it is confusing. Yeah, it's like, okay, so volume can turn on a trending move can turn on high volume. A trending move can turn on low volume. Okay. Where am I now? I'm confused. So which is good? Which is bad? I don't know. A whole world of gray area appears. Exactly, especially when you trade during the big trading hours. Yeah, you're not going to get stuck and see low volume structure just start to go all around randomly on low volume. GU creeping closer. Oh, should we take another one? Oh my god. So the main target area, the support, I say 9.5 because we're talking about a fake break. A lot of times we get that in these cases here in particular. In bullish environment, hunt some stops. Yesterday's low. It's yesterday's low. So if we can get a little lower and see the reaction to yesterday's low, we're going to get most likely a very straightforward answer. Does this become the low of the day? Is it a quick stop hunt? And up we go. Or do we accept the new lower prices and ride this thing all the way to the bank? Some teach as volume divergence. Yes, I know about that. Yeah. So you have a trending move and you have volume, or you even have cumulative volume or something like that. Yeah. And as the trending move is going, and your cumulative volume or whatever, what do they call it? I don't know. And it's doing this, right? And you're going, oh, the downtrend is losing steam as your, what do they call it? Is it Weiss wave with volume? You guys don't know. So it's a volume per wave or something, right? And it's decreasing. Good, man. Yeah, do this. Keep going down. Nobody's home for buyers, especially here, would be great. Right? And you just know from experience from looking at charts. I didn't set out to change that. But the best thing I could possibly see, besides the bar closing at or near its low, is getting down here. And the lower the better on volume, because this is where all that demand could possibly come in. The lower the better. That's what I experienced from looking at charts. Definitely did not set out to volume delta. Yeah, cumulative delta, right? That stuff. And that's why I don't use any of that. Yeah. It doesn't make sense. The volume cumulative delta thing, right? Volume delta, volume per wave, cumulative or whatever, is anti-VSA because they don't get along, do they? All right, here we go. Because let's say it's not doing that, right? Let's say, ooh, the volume's increasing. Ooh, so many participants in the down move, right? No, volume's increasing. That's demand coming in. So you have higher volume at lower prices. That thing better be speeding up off of that activity. Because if it's not, you found demand. You don't want that. That goes against VSA to see that. What will be good in the cumulative volume, delta volume, lots of participants, increasing volume in the down move, is actually against VSA, which says higher volume at low prices is demand. How do they even get along? Somebody explain that to me, right? How do they get along? They're complete opposites. You see my point? All right, so what are we going to do here? I could close a little more. I could not. We sort of have medium volume. So what I'm just going to do is, what do I have left on here? Oh, a lot. I'm just going to open my window to close half of my remaining positions. I'll let you know if I actually click it, but just to be ready. Yeah, I tried again and popped up. Let's see. It tried twice. All right, so I'm closing half of my remaining position, so I did that. Done deal. Took a little more profit here. This was kind of the main target. And now, let's run, baby, run. I'm good. Stop at break even. And whatever happens. There's not enough volume where I'm saying, oh, okay, I got to get out of this thing. It's unrealistic. Definitely not. But we have a slight increase. And these two tries to get down here that didn't work, and now maybe a third. You know, that's not nowhere. This is low of the day type of price area if we have any issue here. So I'm happy with that. And now let's go. Let it run. So I'm looking to let this run with stop and break even until I see actual strength come in, wherever that may be. And eventually I can start locking in pips. Just for the fun of it here, because it may happen. Realistically, where are we going if we go lower? Oh, pretty nice. Another 30 pips to 50 fib. So perhaps, if we make it through here, yep. This is the spot to get through. Mr. Grayling, yeah, then you're saying smart money is waiting for low prices to start putting their large sell orders in. Yeah, which they obviously don't do. Right. Oh, this trend is going and going and going. And then more smart money start joining in late in the move. So volume increases and it becomes more bearish. That is just not how it works. Exactly. This isn't all just theoretical. It's all from so many years of watching this stuff on the charts that you got to make that conclusion. Everyone has got to see it if you've been looking at it long enough. So yeah, that doesn't make sense. Honestly, I don't know anyone who uses that type of volume. Unless you're using it in reverse. Right, so you got your down move, your volume's kicking up, your cumulative. I mean, who needs that? You can just look at the volume, but all right, then you get some really high volume coming in and the price is kind of not trending anymore. Okay, use it the other way around. It's turning bullish. That would make more sense. But yeah, that's good to address because that kind of goes along with some of the VSA teachings and trade guider stuff. They include that in some special live webinars. I know I've seen that. Now, point and figure. Like what am I looking at? What is this? No point and figure. I don't know what that is. I think I gave it a real effort like 10 years ago. I'm like, all right, let me do some very large special live webinar with point and figure was being taught. If you guys heard of that, I'm like, I don't know. No, I'm just not doing this. I'm just not even going to try it. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look up point and figure trading. You're going to go, what the hell am I looking at? Any point and figure traders in here? No, I didn't think so. Nobody uses that shit. This is a good sign if we can do this still, right? Because this is where, right, if sellers were active, They'd be looking to increase their activity in the spot. A little overshoot stop hunt, a little fib action, 50 EMA. And the volume is low. So if we actually get demand, we have a really nice imbalance showing up. High volume demand, low volume supply. So we'd be buying into this if we buy off the low, which is good. Where's the weakness, right? It's not there. So that's good information for the long. If we had a spike in weakness, that would be questionable. We say, oh, maybe we go lower, right? Yeah, man. Ride this baby all the way to the bank. So the London hour trade is officially 7-1 for January. Bam! And the one was a tiny position I put on, knowing that it was risky because of news. And a bunch of you guys skipped it. So, well done. Very well done. I like it. Oh, Mr. Zero, I didn't see. Now I see. Have you considered fib extension as potential target areas? Yeah. Good old fib extensions, right? I used to use them. Let's go. Party time. Oh, let's go. Discotheque. Time for the discotheque. Bang. Let's go. That was if we can get through there as the projection becomes getting to here. Let's go. So I'm letting it ride until I see high volume demand, or that's about it. High volume demand. I'll start trailing soon, probably. Fib extension, huh? I don't want to mess with my fib settings. What would it even be here? You know what you could do? This is my wacky way of doing a fib extension right now. All right. Can I move this? Ooh, fancy. Right, that's 50. 618 extension. Did I do it right? Hey, it gives me the same area I wanted to get to. 618 overshoot. Double 618. Let's go. Does that make sense? Is that where your extensions are? If you draw the fib there? I don't know. I haven't done it in so long. I stopped using them, obviously. $5942 as fib extension target is what you have. 42 is there. Oh, I guess I did it wrong, huh? Where's my line? Also, another way to do that, if you are using 50% when you're talking about the extension target, 50%. See, this again is pointing to that. Just symmetry, and if we're talking about symmetrical moves and extensions that are based on that becomes a realistic target. I didn't think we were going to get that low today. Of course, we could do a fake break here and it's all over, but a lot of things are pointing to 5.9. Let's go. 5.910. Zuriel, if you want to post a chart in the Discord to show your extension, if you're finding it useful for targets and things, I have nothing against it. I end up using, this stuff. I have the larger fib and support resistance. And the symmetry of the move, if anything, also is nice to look at. Wait and see. Yeah, let's see if there's a particular reaction to 4-2 if it gets there. Might be a bit of a wait. So how's it looking as far as strength? Ooh, a little bit, a little bit. A little bit. It's like you got to expect some volume in here. I was surprised that was actually so low. Yeah, I can start locking in pips. This way we do a failed breakout on some strength and start moving up. So could put the trail in. Maybe very loosely behind the 14 EMA. Since the pullbacks and strong trends tend to do that, right? The little overshoot of 14 EMA. So like put your stop, a few pips above that. Let's see. $10, $11. Yeah, I'll move my stop down to 160.11. That's my stop right there, 160.11 trailing stop. Well, there's your reaction, right? So again, as I always say, if you're in this case short and you see lower prices showing increased volume, I don't freak out and say, oh, it's demand coming in. It could even be higher volume, all right, until you see the reaction. Now, it's different if you're at a target area and you want to trim it down. But generally, as reading the chart, right, if this closes lower on decreased volume, right, as I say, then yeah, whoever bought there is just getting, plowed over. Plow them. Let's go. Today's plow day. Right, Carbon? It definitely was. GU London hour setting up as well. Shall we? Jackhammer day. Better stop. I didn't do the 18 and over setting on the stream. Let's frickin' go. 45 pips. This is the entry on the close. 45 pips. Hey, we hit the 10 wins. There we go. $45 pip wins. That doesn't even make any sense, but I know what you mean. I know what you're referring to. Stop, Ed. Don't you pull me into bad things, you people. No more talking shit. It's negative energy, man. Nice lower close on decreased volume. It's good. Phillips, thank you. Like I said, yesterday it was a losing day, first day of the month, losing day. Not a big deal, not a big loss. Been obviously a very good month, but yeah, that's what it's like for you guys. Not you guys, but you guys. Oh, yeah. This is what most pair traders sitting at home are dealing with freaking 4 days a week. Oh, shit. Forgot how much it sucks. What do? Discipline. You get back. Go watch Rocky again. You don't get more emotional. You get less emotional. You get more Spock. You become focused. You get back to the fundamentals. You center yourself. Rocky would revenge trade. Carbon, you like to do this thing where you have inside jokes with people, and then you just reference them in front of everybody else, and they're like, "What are you talking about?" You don't care, I know. Nobody knows what you're talking about. So obviously that didn't confirm. If this closes down, the lower the volume, the better. The lower the close into the bar, the better. Would confirm the London hour trade. Do I want to get in a second London hour trade right now? I could skip it. Let's see. Yeah, I know you don't care. Banana syrup and yeah. What the hell is this guy talking about? Again, I'm definitely hunting low again, especially pre-New York again. Again, did I say again? Because it's like every day. So if this happens, it would be earlier than usual. But you know how these things go. It likes to happen later. If it's there, it's there. We'll see. Like I said, lack of supply being shown here is very nice for that long if it sets up. Buying into an area that's already proven to not have any issues with selling, you're likely going to get here. Off of that setup. Let's see if it gets there, see if we get it. Hey, draw it and it shall happen. There you go. See, I got to start drawing it longer. There you go. So yen index, okay. That's back to yesterday's high. If you care about index levels, I don't know how much I care. But that's there. And if that starts coming down, I won't draw it because we don't want it. Then this thing's going to reverse up. Unless the pound's really weak, which it's just about average. Okay. Nothing special about the pound right now. Nah. Oh yeah, we're relying on this. Unless it changes with the pound becoming weak, we're relying on this to continue through this for the trade to keep going. Just saying. I didn't even have to use my multiverse manipulation powers today. A lot of volume coming in there, just as this is dealing with that. I can move my stop down to say if this is a fake break and we get back. That'll hit the trail. I'll leave it for the moment. Because again, right, higher volume. If the reaction is lower prices, lower close, on decreased volume, you're still good. So again, here's some volume. Let's see if we get the lower close result. And those buyers are just getting plowed. Right, Carbon? Use the false. Turn off your targeting computer. All right. So London hour strikes again. 7-1 for January. The one was a risky trade anyway. Some of you are 7-0 if you're following. Because I know you didn't take it. I swear this London hour trade is like a gift after my my visit to hell with my back surgery. I came back to the charts and I just immediately saw it. I'm like, why didn't I notice this before? I came back with some superpower to find the London hour trade. Looking at damn charts for 20 years. Why didn't I see this? And then I started testing it. And again, the issue of like the first few hours of London not getting a setup, because things got to get going and you got to get to levels and you got to get information and let things warm up. So this gets me a trade early, more days than not. Just appeared. I'm like, why does this, why didn't I see this before? Also, somebody was talking about, I came across something that was talking about the Asia range and how people use that for a real or fake break, but they don't use volume. So they're just guessing. Let's get to 70 and see what we get. 69. Carbon's favorite number. Yeah, the buyers, once again, they don't learn their lesson. The buyers are getting nervous. We're coming for your stops. This is the dumbest of the dumb money, right? Buying right here. And then they're putting their stop below swing points. Get him, get him. $35 KD's number, Kevin Durant. What, his number is 69 now? How come there's no 69 basketball players? Honest question, what? I took GU cells too. It seems pretty. Very nice. Oh, GU. Okay. Yeah, I'm decided to not go with that. Okay, yeah, that's technically confirmation right there. Yeah. I didn't want to add risk again to the situation of shorting the pound. That was just my decision. That is correct. London hour trade short confirmed GU right there. Very good, very good. Oh my God. London hour trade, the gift from hell. I went through the hell, so you guys don't have to. Dennis Rodman tried doing it on the Hills, but they banned it. What? On the Bulls. Oh, he wanted to do... No. Dennis Rodman wanted number 69 when he was on the Bulls. That's funny. That's perfect. They should have let him do it. Collins, let's go. Profit for you, profit for you, profit for you. For everybody. What do we got? Profit for the 21. Blowing up on YouTube. Let's go. Disco tech music. Come on, boys. Okay, this could be the third rail here. We got to be careful. 69. There's 69 right there. Could be the third rail. Ooh, look at the volume coming in. Yeah, I'm just going to trail. Let's lock in some more. That's what I'm doing. Let's see where to put the trailing stop now. $159.87 maybe? Lock in about 35 pips. Okay. 159.87 is my trailing stop now. Third rail, watch out. Man, we haven't had a blue bar all through here. My God. You'll probably get your first one there. But I'm going to have the trail because why not? Let's see what happens. Got me this far. Money Games, welcome back. EU back in the fib zone. Okay, I'll check that out. Nice. I've heard there's only 30 users in YouTube, so you're doing great. Oh, cool. There you go. So far, we haven't found the buyers. Maybe it's on the 618. Yeah, everything's just dropping against the US dollar, and it looks real for the moment. It's not a quick trap move. Again, that was a possibility. So we know where we're at. It's a real down move generally in the market, in a bullish environment, especially against the US dollar. So it's nice to be short right now. Maybe you also took GU. Nice, 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 nice. And let's see, right? If, where, how much buying comes in. Getting some volume here. Third rail, 69. Ooh. That's fine. My trail is right there. 8.9, right? 8.7. Okay. So yeah, there's a possibility that we're just about at the area that we're going to hit demand. If we don't, okay, maybe we go lower. If we do, then it's no accident, and we know what we're seeing. So a little lower here gives us the fake break, 618. GU, what are you headed to? Well, that is a nice reaction to 618 where you don't have any issue, it looks like, with buyers. What else? Yeah. Right, that's coming up there. So these are potential turning points if we see demand. It'll be no accident. If we don't see it, we stay bearish for the short term. Lots of volume off the 69 third rail. But what am I going to say next? Let's see the reaction. If we close lower on decreased volume, then the buyers are still getting plowed. I have to stop it. Carbon, you're a bad influence. Okay, this is leaning towards probably going to break out. All right. We're in some good positions here. Yep. Nice. Buyers are getting disciplined. Yeah. First of all, their stop losses got hit. Secondly, the ones buying into the down move are learning a harsh lesson as well. Ooh. Get plowed. Don't pick your bottom. That is how you do it. Nobody knows that quote. You definitely don't know that one. That is how you do it. Well, that's when Stewie got the audition. Pete is low-key running a plow cam. Oh my God. I just came here to get my losses back. I'm glad I could help you with that.
Suppose we just look into things a little further. What's the cause of this?
That's funny. I'm ready to go on my own, but if I'm having a bad week, I'm jumping in. I'm back on the live stream. Try to make it up. Hopefully I can do that for you. All right, reaction to high volume. If we get a lower close, a decrease from that volume. Buyers are getting plowed right at 69. Pete had nothing to do with Jeremy Renner. I don't know who that is. English, oh.
By any situation which hinders what's the cause?
Ah. Aha. Yes. That could be, chart says. Could be. If we had higher volume, I'd be more convinced. Could be the low of the day. Could be the low of the day right there. Nice little ABC double bottom fake break at fib. After a fake break double top during a markup. Yes, listen to Carbon. Like, comment, subscribe, notifications to get your money back that you lost trading a MACD stochastic moving average cross. Hector got taken out by his own snowplow a week ago. Oh gosh, too soon to joke. Too soon. You gotta wait a few weeks back. It's messed up. Did he live? A bit of buying is showing up, right? If you're short GU, you see it. It's not terrible there, but you see the close well off the low. Wouldn't hurt to maybe bank a little bit and put in stop at break even. How much did you move off of that entry? Oh, over 20 pips. Okay. Careful there. Oh, he's all right? All right. We can laugh about it then. Broke 20 bones. Oh, God. Yeah, just happy to be alive, probably. Realistically, we could get a bounce here. I could even keep moving my stop down. I'm just going to keep like manually trailing my stop down. Where is it now? Oh, 87. Okay, it's pretty low. All right, I'm going to leave it there for the moment. That's right. It's low. Yeah, I'm good with that stop, trailing stop right now. But you're seeing some potential reversal signs creeping in a little bit. Little bit. See what else, if I could squeeze any more out of this. When price reaches a target and there's a reaction, how do you know if it's profit taking or a new position to opened? It's kind of like following the story of, and it's probably a bit of both, but it's sort of an ongoing cycle, an ongoing story. So if they're positioned short, if you see weakness before a down move, right? Let's say price moving down, and you see that strength, it's working together. It definitely represents some profit taking. If I see continued strength in a price area more than once, then I kind of confirm it as, okay, it's buying, it's accumulation at that price level. Because sometimes you'll just get the high volume and it'll continue. And that either way is telling you that demand is not an issue still. But there could be some profit taking going on. But particularly if they pre-position for the move, it didn't just come out of nowhere. And you see high volume weakness or strength before the move. I consider that stuff profit taking. The amount of volume is also something to consider, right? So if it's medium high, you're saying, okay, some profit taking going on. Again, if it's really high, you're likely reversing. You're looking at profit taking and buying coming in. So the higher the volume is, the more it's likely, buying. We're talking about down move. So it's kind of all those things put together. Following where they're positioned from. Do they have a big position to get out of? Is it continuous in that price area or once and then it continues through? So that's not buying. And then how much volume there is. The more volume there is, the more you have to consider it legitimate demand coming in. But again, relative to the high volume points in the background and then just tracking them like that. Hopefully that helps. And generally, you get the read on supply demand too as you let things unfold. You see some demand, you test for supply, and you see if it's really like becoming a imbalance to the upside or not. G's reaction ? Yeah, saw some buyers. If I took that short, which made it about 25 pips into profit, so you're okay. Taking some off. Yeah, I would have stop at break even for that kind of reaction at a 618 overshoot. But the volume's not too high. It's not terrible. It lost some probability, put it that way. Either way, I wouldn't let it turn into a loss, though. This guy can't go. What is that madness? Yeah, as I said about 10 minutes, 15 minutes ago, yeah, that's when we start seeing finally something coming against the down moves, yeah. It's creeping in. Body bag, very welcome. I'm out at +4 pips, so not the end of the world on the GU short. Okay, cool. Yeah, I took something out and now BE. Cool, cool. Yeah, they're not all like this. Sometimes you just got to work with what you get. But you know me. By this point, I would have put some in the bank and have stopped at break even. Very simply, I would have done that by this point. So I don't know. Do I trust this thing pre-New York to move up? Because that's when the up moves have been happening real late. But today, yeah, it seems like they've really gathered up a lot of long positions, and this might be as far as it wants to go. But more volume would be better. That's the only thing. So either we come down and we get to see maybe there's more, or we move up, we'll test for supply. Almost there. 14 EMA, good marker to test for supply. Probably will be very little. This guy is about 6 pips from my trail, so whatever happens. The third rail, right? 69. That was the problem there. We knew it. All right, cool. Glad I made some money today. I think I'm going to go back to bed. All right, now I'll stay up. What else? How about those cryptos? Yeah, man. I think we're back. It's alive. I mean, we may come down for a reaccumulation kind of fib thing here. We may not. I'll draw it in. Markets are just doing this, doing this, doing this. Right? Again. How much have we been looking at this the last few weeks? Again. This stuff. High volume. I'm not looking to buy there, but that's just a general analysis. Yeah, we've seen some weakness, but whatever. I'm swing trading. And I'm not even thinking about selling off any until 24, but really 30. 40, 90. 80,000, let's go. Bitcoin's going to 80,000 in 2023. Let's go. I don't know. That would be nice. What's up with these moves here? Yeah, they're getting bought into. I mean, the life is back into the cryptos. Obviously, there is big money coming back in. Generally, for January, we've seen money come back into things. And cryptos has not been left out. Money is back. I don't care what the media says, what the news says about recession. Money is going in. Look at the buy on silver. I'm still holding some of my swing position. I've been letting you know what I've been doing. Yeah, look at that dip. Look at that buying. Holding. What else? Oil, same deal. Maybe it goes lower first. But there's January. Bullish. So says the chart, not the media. Well, that's just perfect. We do the opposite of what the media says. Not because it's the opposite, because that's what the chart says. But then after a while, you start to say, well, maybe I will just do the opposite since that's just how it works. Recession. Caught up on the chat here. What's oil doing? It's floundering, Carbon. It's fluxing. Not much. It's kind of that sideways, not doing much thing this week. So, follow the plan. If it dips, we'll see if we're buying. That's Carbon's first trade ever. He's long oil. In profit. Nice. If it goes lower, we'll see about buying. If it goes higher, we'll see about selling. I'm not doing anything now. Yeah. It's floundering. You closed out of the pound yen? Okay. I am... Oh, you're right. I closed out. Yes. Out of the trade. I didn't get a notification. That's weird. Oh. Okay. Out of the pound yen trade. Yes, sir. Ding, ding, ding. Yes, Snakiest. Hi, welcome back. Yes, you missed the London hour trade. That's okay. There'll be more. Nice one. Money Games. Thank you. What do we got? So the London hour trade entry was there to sell. Bam. What else do you want? I went to hell to get you guys that trade. I'm telling you. Gas went up in your area, so I think it's going up. Yeah. I'm no expert. Does gas prices at the pump follow? Delayed, or does it front run the oil prices? I don't know. But the chart says this week at least. I mean, it was looking very bullish. I'm holding longs on oil. I haven't taken any profit yet. And then this week just didn't really give much information. So at least that's what the chart says. I mean, most likely as the economy is coming back. What? Yeah, I'm actually saying that. It feels weird to be so confident about it when nobody's saying it. But, yeah, there'll be more demand for oil. Real world demand. But, they play games with it. Increase production, cut production. So it's kind of very manipulated in that way, right? Can you trade oil if you make decisions in OPEC? Yeah, it's okay. I'm sure they're not going to get in trouble. Came back from outside feeding local cats. I had only 30 seconds to react to the candle breaking down. Shit. Impact news today and oil. Oh, is it crude oil inventories today? Oh, yeah. That's right. I'm telling you, they keep changing it. Sometimes it's high impact, medium impact. Now it's low impact. Didn't even notice. Yes. Crude oil inventories. Okay. If I had to take a wild guess, it's going to dip and get bought into. Because that's everything for U.S. session now. As we expect. All right. Nice exit. What else in the chat? Just got closed out of pound as well. Good. Happy to hear. Get it. You think gas is delayed? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I think. So if the price of oil hasn't changed much, well, actually, it's gone up. So you're probably seeing the delay. Yeah. 3-day delay is what you should know, yeah, because you're trading oil and you're getting gas. But, there's so many variables. Your price of gas may tick up a little bit, mine may go down a little bit. It's not the same price all over the country at all by any means. So, yeah, there's a lot of variables. But, yeah, I mean, if crude goes to 90, 100 a barrel, yeah, everyone's going to feel that, yeah, just to different extents. But, yeah, there seems to be a delay. So what else? All right, we got that. We're watching this guy. Again, these moves tend to happen in U.S. sessions, so it could even pop down and get bought into again. But there's not a lot of high volume here where I'd want to jump in long. This broker looks better. I got to switch away from FXCM. I don't know. I haven't been liking it. The volume. Yeah, we'll see. Didn't even get to the 14 EMA, so not much of an up move off of that to even see about supply. What else? Bit of demand there. It'd be nice to do this for the long entry. Again, later today, perhaps. When the US dollar is weak because of bullish markets. Generally on the yen pairs, they're all similar where the down move, as we saw in real time, hit some buyers. They creeped in. It's not a situation where I'd want to buy on the yen pairs. As far as the volume and the setup. So wait and see on that at this point, I think. Now that I'm out of this, we could possibly get this stuff still. Buying the dip, especially into U.S. session, yes. That's what's been happening. Oh, yeah, because where we work. Love trading oil. I find the chart easy to read. Yeah. Well, I'm just swing trading. I don't know if you're day trading it. I could look at that. But, yeah. Just the high volume points on the larger time frames. The demand and supply when they hit. And average in my position. Really simple. That's all I'm doing. It does seem pretty easy, yeah. Again, we're just repeating the cycle of down moves early and likely the up move later. US 30, what do I think? Probably. Starting to see enough of this. Yep. This guy just keeps drawing the same thing over and over again. Bullish in 2023. That's me. companies will. I'm no expert, but as I've been saying, it just makes sense. That's something to talk about while we're sitting here. The companies will either have to raise pay, or no one's going to want to work there. Bye. You're inefficient. You're lagging behind. Your competition is beating you if you can't pay enough. I know there was an issue for a while with a lot of part-time jobs. Part-time here, part-time there, part-time there. I think that's going to go away. And companies are going to figure out how to bring prices down, because that's what they do. And if they don't, they're out. So it's a little cleaning house. The best will rise to the top. Prices will come down. They'll pay more. Is what I think. The last 3 years, with all that bullshit, it's over. The pressure's off. Once the pressure's off, things get better. Just is. I don't know everybody talking about. You cannot sell me on a recession coming. Why? Snakiest wants the EJ scalp, huh? You could. See if this guy, make sure this guy pulls away. You could. So I want to go short. Would I go short right now generally against the yen? The bullishness crept in. I'm not sure I trust it. Let's see. Carbon, a lot of it over here is everyone's sucking off the government. Well, yeah, major cities, yeah. It's bullish, yeah. Money Games, you work for UPS and they are cutting like crazy now. I think it'll be all right. Wall Street says recession coming equals bullish. John, yes. I mean, that's factual of Money Games if you're saying that, but I mean, the unemployment rate is low. I don't think that's an issue. I think they're trying to get more efficient and lower their prices. I think that's what everybody's trying to do. If the unemployment rate ticks up a couple of percentages, we're still far from recession, right? You're good. You're in IT. Okay. A lot of companies are cutting good employees and replacing with temp. They're going to go out of business. They're not going to survive. This is just what I think. Whatever, we're just talking. If companies are doing that, you might as well close up shop. You're going to compete with that. You know what I'm saying? I might ask what makes you consider EJ bullish. Oh, there's nothing in particular on EJ. It was just that I was so closely kind of connected to what was happening against the yen as I'm looking at this. And just generally, we kind of knew that the bounce was coming and the move was kind of over for now. You have this volume at the low prices, which is higher than the previous 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's not great for selling into, right? Higher than the previous 6. Not great for selling into that. That's technically a reason there. Let's see the other broker. Not terrible. Also, selling this late and this low, didn't go too well yesterday. I'm keeping my standards high. I don't know, that's all I could say. I'm keeping the profit today, too, for the moment. I kind of just want to buy for U.S. session, and that's it today. But we'll see, we'll see. It could be earlier, it could be something else. Yeah, it's weird for me. Yeah, I mean, I just got out of being short against the yen. I don't want to get back in with risk. It's just my particular situation right now. You see what I'm saying? Okay. I don't see all the comments. You are reading stuff that I do not see. That is strange. You might have an option to on the top left corner to see live chat or top chat. I always have to put live chat. Try that. If you have a live chat or a top chat option in your chat area, make sure it's on live chat. You were asking everyone that wanted to download a Bible app. You missed that. Don't spam me, bro. And we didn't get spammed today. Yes, did I just teach you something? Well, there you go. Everybody make sure you're seeing live chat, not top chat. If you have that option in your chat window. I think it's at the top left. There you go. Top chat is over filtered. Some messages, such as potential spam, may not be visible. So it just could randomly filter out. Somebody uses a certain word and it doesn't pop up, you know. I don't know how exactly it works, but yeah, there you go, live chat. Let's go. January is good. Got 2 days next week, right? When's the 1st? Wednesday. All right. Now, technically, after today, I have 2 more trading days to end the month. Yeah, that's another reason if you're talking about the EJ. I know I have weird reasons. But also this thing is just maybe not playing along. Or maybe it will off of the retracement. But price-wise, the way these bars are looking, doesn't seem excited to continue. Right? So I'm letting things be for now. How's some music, Will Doobie? All right. Glad we got the wins today. Good to have the crew here. 27. Blowing up. So what else? Any questions, let me know. I'm not about to jump into anything here. If we get the dip while we're in session and it's not later, we'll see about buying it. I have a suspicion, most likely, that Smart Money wants to slam the price down and then buy the crap out of it and go up for the rest of the day. We will see. 10-2, baby. I'll take it. And the 2 losses were small. Got to say that because they could be huge and you could be frickin' down, right? That's kind of the key there. Small losses. So what shall we do then? Listen to Joe Rogan talk about DMT. Come on, you know you do that. Who's met the machine elves? The jesters, no? Oh, we've got a sad song. I need to finish the mix. I'm working on this song. This is the rough mix. I did not write it, but I did the string arrangement. It took me hours. I'm just hanging out, see what develops. Yeah, maybe the short scalp yens are going to play out. I don't know if you took it or if you're looking to take it. Seems like it wants to try to get back to the low, try to break the low. Yeah, guys, that's me rapping.
But Dr. Laird, can people do anything to avoid tension? Yes. Well, that's good news.
It's a rapper named Oddity. 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 He's actually here in the same music building I'm in, and then the building, what do you want to call him, manager, not Alvin Carbon, his boss, recorded with him, and then I mixed it. So a little local work going New York. Got that 90s kind of thing. You didn't take it? Okay. Oh, look at this guy. All right, we got username buy $yen FOREX robot and make money constantly, not consistently. Hi. You find it hard to take trades so fast, mentally hard. Okay, it's probably just from, the more you see it, the more confident you get. I feel I didn't do enough analysis. Okay. Well, that's better than rushing and not doing enough analysis. But yeah, thinking to where you are compared to me, yeah, the thing is, like, the more you see proper setups playing out, the more you trust them. Until you get to the point when it looks right, you're just very, very confident. I mean, I passed on it. So I didn't have any great reason, but I didn't want to get short again and get risk on again against the yen. It was a bit of buy activity. It wasn't terrible. But that's good. Be cautious. I'm waiting for a buy USJ Forex robot and make money constantly guy. That's quite a username. So what are you selling? Let's see your robot. What you got? I think everyone here might buy it. So you definitely want to advertise. Sorry, I think that song played like 3 times already, so I'm just changing it. If you were enjoying it, my apologies.
The best thing we can do is mind our own business, let the rest of the world go hang. What's the matter with you?
Let's see if we get slightly lower prices. Do the buyers hit? How low do we go today? Do the buyers come in at all? Anybody got a blunt? This music makes me want to smoke. Got to smoke blunts. You listening to this? Yeah, man. When it's green, where am I? When it's green or red volume bar, question mark. Well, first disclaimer is we don't need it to be any color. We're just looking at high and low volume. I just like colors. But I have green if the volume is into lower prices and it's high. And if it's red if it's into, well, this is a bad example. There's a lot of green because it's into lower prices. So that represents a potential buying into lower areas. Potential selling into higher prices. I actually reversed the indicator from how it was made. The red was green and the green was red. I reversed them. Because if high volume is... It's wrong half the time anyway. As far as the color. But if high volume is coming into an up move, I don't want that to be green. I want that to stand out as red as a potential reversal. You don't really need it. If you're learning to use volume, I would suggest not using any sort of indicator. Because you'll completely miss the point. I don't know if you already use it or not. But really, you just want the raw data and the relative volume to your, it's the activity in the market. Increases and decreases. Nothing beyond that you could really do with it. Along with price, it tells you a lot. According to sentiment on data, EU is a hard sell. As much as 80% on my FX book, FX Factor, FX Blue. So I'm sure it's a buying now. I was going to say, what are your sources? We're going for their stop losses. Most likely prediction based on market conditions. The last of those short traders on EU are going to get kicked out in about 4 or 5 hours. They'll all be done. But we'll see that. Whatever the chart says, that's just the projection. That's not surprising, though. That's funny. Where are their stop losses? Oh, yeah, right there, where I drew the projection of where we're going to go today, right? There's the stop losses on shorts all bunched up. They bought a course. They read a book. Yeah, obviously, if you notice, a lot of our entries and exits are based around where losing traders' stop losses are. So cool. Follow the herd. Just don't follow the herd. Yeah. I mean, scalpers aside, we're talking about, yeah, some of the, you know, the 1 hour, 4 hour chart traders, those guys. That's easy money to go after those guys' stops. That's where the money is. According to how the chart behaves, right? It's not so worried about all these little stops, right? This little business. It's the larger time frame, getting your stops outside of the range in those really dumb, terrible places, right below this low. Right? It's the 1 hour, 4 hour traders that seem to be the big score on getting their stops. So yeah, I'm just hanging out. I don't know. We'll see what happens on the buy. Or what goes on if we can move a bit more. Just hanging. Victory lap for January. Even though I got, 2 more trading days. I'm doing my victory lap. 10-2, I'll take it. Hopefully you cashed in as well. Or at least learning. You learned a lot in January. That's good too, right? Roller coaster of emotions worldwide, yeah. The stops were heard around the world. Pop, pop, pop. Germany, India, New York, Paris. Pop, pop, pop. Goes the stops. It's a worldwide event. Doesn't make a sound, but we see it. I've heard someone say trading is the hardest way to make easy money. Yeah, that's a good one. I haven't heard that. That's a good one. I mean, money's never easy. There's got to be something hard about it. There's got to be some challenge. If 10 people are trying to make money the same way, and then one person does something extra challenging, yeah, he'll make more. It's just how money operates. But that's a good saying. I remember that. The pound yen has reversed from previous support, becoming resistance with a slight overshoot. Oh, I know someone who uses that term. So let's see. I'm bringing that up. Okay. Slight overshoot. Is that the support there? Okay, right. Break test continuation pattern, basically. Yeah, things overshoot. Yeah. Would this have been a stop hunt for anyone going short on break of support? Just above the support, that does seem pretty obvious there, yeah. So if you're selling here, you're chasing. And you have that support marked. Let's make sure we got it right on there. Yeah. Can we snap? It never snaps. It doesn't snap for me. Yeah, that makes sense. Stop loss is in here, yeah. There's not a lot of activity. And typically, if stops are getting hit, you're going to get an increase in activity over, the stuff around it. So that tends to make me think maybe not too much was really there. I think we popped up a bit more. We may have done that. But yeah, logically for me, that goes along with it. An increase in activity as, a cluster of stops gets hit or something. So that's pretty low volume. But I like the way you think. Money's got to come from somewhere. Sorry, Eddie. Pete, do EMAs play any role on the 1 hour chart? Well, if you notice, it's very welcome. It's kind of fractal where, I don't know, these EMAs are like magical. I don't know why. The 50 and the 14. Let's see if I go to the 1 minute chart. The 50 kind of acts like the 14. It's like they seem to play a role, but I don't really pay much attention to it. Maybe the 50 EMA is nice when it lines up with fib area. I used to think about that more. I kind of just don't anymore. Sorry, give me 1 second. Hold on.
But Dr. Laird, can people do anything to avoid tension? Yes. Well, that's good news.
But yeah, I used to give more importance to the EMAs on the 1 hour chart. And over time, I just pay attention to it less and less. That's my answer. You'll still probably find that strong trends will bounce off the 14 a lot, and retracements will go to the 50. Oh. Yeah, I kind of stopped caring. Yeah. Magnet mode. That's right. That's right. Thanks. That got turned off somehow. Right. Thanks. I kind of stopped caring about the moving averages on the 1 hour. I think I just realized. Thanks. I also don't care that much about the 50 EMA as much as I used to. I just learned this guy's course and listened to him talk about 1 hour or moving averages, and then he says he doesn't use them. I don't know. What are the main things you're looking at in the 1 hour? Volume. Of course, where that occurred. What does it mean? What's the reaction? Where is smart money positioned from? What's the bigger picture? What's the storyline? And structure. And pivot points. Yeah, I don't use pivots anymore. I studied pivots. I bought a pivot indicator. Cost me $70. He doesn't even use it. Don't buy a pivot indicator for $70. Yeah. High volume and structure. Where's smart money positioned from? Where's the stops? What's the storyline? Yep. And very helpful for predicting U.S. session moves, yeah. Main levels, fibs, support resistance. You pay attention to closes and wicks. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. Yes. It really does matter. Which goes back to the classic VSA stuff. Nothing I invented. This guy, like, well, it's not high volume. It's an off time a day, but just to use for an example of a bar. Much more, if you have high volume, right, much higher chance that you're going to actually reverse by seeing a bar close like that than closing, right? The higher it closes, the less bearish it is. The lower it closes, the more bearish it is, more bullish. It really does matter. And if you think about the London hour trade entry, right, how important that close is. Today was a very good example of the close being so good. And that's the 1 hour, but it's the same deal. It literally closed at the low for the entry. So the volume wasn't that low, right? The lower the better. It was kind of medium. But that close was key to me saying, yeah, I want to get in this trade. If this closed up, the more up it closed, the less I would want to get in this. But that's just perfect. It's rare, right? You see, like, how often do you even see that? And we're actually looking at this particular bar saying, okay, the lower it closes, the better the short. And look where I go, like, you can't even find that. Okay, here's one, right? It's actually rare. So that really tells you lack of buying. There's another one. It's like 1 out of 30 bars will give you that. 1 out of 50 bars. So yeah, it really does matter. And logically, it's because if buying comes in to any extent to be able to push it up, right? The more it gets pushed up, the more buying there is down here. But if you're closing at the low, it's like nobody's home. Nobody's home as far as buyers. Especially if you're watching it in real time and it's just sitting down here. There's no jumpiness. There's no pop up quick. It's just hanging out, hanging out, hanging out. Very clearly says, buyers are not there. The close does very much matter, yes. 1 hour as well, yeah. Just through observation, that's what I've seen for sure. Does market respond accurately to 5-minute time frame? By that I mean if it had closed 30 seconds later, that may have been a worse close. Yes, interesting point. And I have thought about that. Or is this that gray area, gray of what we respond to? How do you examine wicks? Okay, yeah. So there is something to the cycles. There is. Otherwise, that's what, if you notice, I don't look at 2-minute charts, 3-minute charts. Never. You never see me looking at them. There is something to the 5-minute cycle. Absolutely, it's there. It keeps you up at night. I could tell you from my observation. I'm an eyewitness account you're getting. What happens towards the close of that 5-minute cycle? Yeah, it matters. Yep. Maybe it's just, as they say, the self-fulfilling prophecy thing. Okay, everybody's looking at it. Even, auto bots trading, right? Everybody seems to be taking into account this 5-minute thing, and it makes it a thing. It's like the right amount of time to judge a price area. It's not too long or too little. But there's definitely something to the cycles, the 5-minute cycles and the close, and what happens leading up to the close, and the 1 hour. Maybe the other ones too, but I don't look at them. Think of it as like rounds, like in boxing, 5-minute round. Because I had the same thought. What if all my bars were a minute shifted, right? So my bars open and close a minute earlier than everybody else. Would I have worse charts? Would it matter? It seems to matter. From observation. I did question exactly that, So you can sleep now. How do you examine wicks on bar charts without closes? What do you mean? Well, you have the close price. That's the little thingy sticking out. That's your close. It doesn't have the open, because the open, I'm just going off of the previous bar's close because it's FOREX and it doesn't really gap on a 5-minute chart. Open. You meant open, right? Very good. Yes, the 5-minute cycle matters because people and bots say it matters, apparently. Otherwise, I don't think there would be any other explanation for it. So there you go. Yeah, so it doesn't show the open. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine with me. See, you can still see where the previous bar closed. And 99.9% of the time in FOREX, right? Spot FOREX, the close of the previous bar is the open of the next bar. If it's a little off, I don't care. I'd rather look at this. So I'm working off the previous close as the open. But I also like the idea, I don't know, maybe it's just for fun and it doesn't matter, but I do like the idea of seeing the range as a very simple bar. This is the price range, right, on the right. And you're just seeing that, and then where it ended off. And then now we're seeing the range and where it ended off. It's so streamlined. And I haven't looked at bar charts in a while. I mean candles. I always say them backwards. Oh, gosh. Oh, my old friend. Hey, candles. We had some good times. There's our London hour short entry on a candle. Yeah, that's too much. I don't like it anymore. Fancy schmancy. Candles. Candles are for lighting and lighting up a room using candles. Tell me the price and the close. It's streamlined. It doesn't matter. Whatever works for you. What else? I'm just hanging. Victory lap. January. Mr. Sam, I have had several platforms for years and they don't all show the same candle shapes, i.e. lengths of wicks. That's weird. Have you ever considered looking at 1 hour bars as ranges and trading off of the previous 1 hour bar lows and highs? Without looking at the 5 minute? As ranges and trading off the previous 1 hour bars, lows and highs. Like a London hour trade on a 1 hour chart? On the 5 minute. So using levels from 1 hour highs and lows, marking them up and then trading using those levels. London hour trades, but every hour. That's interesting. That sounds like a weekend experiment. Timing matters. Not every hour, but maybe at some certain hours. I would not like to, I'd rather focus on the 5 minute and just use the way I use the 1 hour. Body bag. Oh, wait, I skipped. What time do you live stream? Basically 1 hour after London Open. Technically 50 minutes, 50. So that I'm ready for the second hour of London where I have a trade set up, a London hour trade that might set up. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 50 minutes into London session. I am not in the UK. I'm in New York. So for me, it's 3:50 a.m. London hour trades would everywhere go cross-site. I thought that it might add probability to a trade because 1 hour traders would be watching the same price area. I don't know. Nah. It's the every hour part that I don't like. There's times in the market where there's understandings of what's going on and what's not going on. Yeah, do a little weekend experiment there. Carbon says 5 minute intense analysis. All right. Buyers on a fake break. Surprise, surprise. This is the beginning of the area that we could see the demand come in. We could still go lower, but now we're seeing some. What else? Oh, the yen pair's doing this demand thing? Yeah, a bit. This thing's old. There's not much there. That's not a fib anymore. Not much there. It's a long drop. But, yeah, of course, it's going to be correlated. If they reverse the yen pairs. But, yeah, we see some buying. Yep, there. Again, it could be just gearing up for the drop and then up move worth buying in U.S. session. Again. Every day. But yeah, that's a fair amount of volume. If that becomes the low, I don't know. It's probably a pivot. It's probably something. So they bought a bit of that lower price. We're not seeing a huge jump off of that or a huge bullish response. A bit of buying into the down moves is not surprising. This late, this low, things are generally bullish. Here as well, yep, 618 overshoot. Not that much. Not that much volume. I figured this guy was probably just going to be able to get here for today and then do the up move, but the buyers don't come in and we go here. It's the bloodbath for the buyers once again. Anyone who bought in here, right? Where are you going to put your stop? The 1 hour, 4 hour traders. That's what it is. Put it there. Coming for you. It's possible. We're going to have some pissed off buyers. But the chart has spoken, right? There's not that much demand here. If it's going to break through here without much demand, that's likely the case. And again, it all aligns with the buy for New York anyway. That maybe there's some news and it gets you there and all that. Yep. Most likely, once again, becoming pretty repetitive, right? Literally yesterday. Pete keeps talking about fake break to the bottom. Yeah, but that's all that keeps happening. I did point that one out yesterday. Look at the volume. So, yeah, the equivalent of that again, perhaps. Suggesting that if we're getting through here without buyers. Is that good, Carbon? There's your review, update, intense analysis. I don't mean trading mechanically, but watching every hour lows and highs for possible entries may be one. Snakiest, my friend. What? Get back to your training. Focus. You know what I'm saying? You don't need to invent anything new. You need to just nail down what works. Am I wrong? After a couple of decades, you could do like I did and say, hey, I got a new trade, London hour trade. Don't worry about that right now. Body bag. Market profile traders will trade off the premise using a 30-minute market profile auction point of control. VWAP people. I don't know. They seem like they're making money. I don't know what. It didn't work for me. I didn't like it. All Are you trusting the move lower on the euro dollar? I am looking for that to bottom out and become a buy for U.S. session. So I'm not looking to sell it. Analysis-wise, though, I get what you're saying. That I mean, there is some volume there, so there's that. Oh, I keep getting mixed up. That's not that bar. Okay, yeah, it is pretty low volume. Right. Normally you see that spike here. That is likely to break. Am I going to short it? I don't know. This late, this low, lost momentum. But the more we keep seeing, as far as analysis and you deciding what you want to do with it, the more you see lower prices coming in here on this low volume, yeah, the more probable you're going to get to this point. So it's starting to look that way, yeah. Snakiest, you good? Are you feeding the cats again? Don't overfeed the cats. They'll never leave you alone. He left. Faulkner Scar. Why are you trading at that time of day night? Because I like trading the Forex, and for me the best time is 1 hour into the London session for a couple of hours, and then U.S. session, particularly after the news. And so if you're in the U.S., you know, you get into U.S. session, markets are closing. You're on the tail end of markets. You know, Asia and everything's starting to close. So I don't really like New York session after a few hours in. You know what I'm saying? If you're not awake during obscure hours, you're not alive. You're not. I thought you were gonna say you're not a Forex trader. Just feeling mortified. Why? Was I too harsh? Sorry. Why are you mortified? Oh, God. I'm just saying, like, I was saying this yesterday. I don't know if you were here. You've never been wrong before. What? You drinking now? I hope London hour trade keeps working so one day I can lay in bed in Thailand. There you go, Mr. Knox. Have a nice day. As straight, like, whatever that part means. Exactly. Start at 4 p.m. Okay, right. You're in Thailand. You can start at 4 p.m. There you go. London hour trade keeps working for life. Let's go. I got what you meant. That's what it seems worth to me. I don't know. You see what you think. To me, I could sell one-on-one coaching for my secret trade. A secret trade. One-on-one coaching. $1,000. $3,000. And if I taught them the London hour trade, they'd be like, yes, that was worth it. Hey, but it's free, so don't think it's not worth anything. Mr. Knox, now you guys see it. You guys see it. Except for that one time when I thought I was wrong, but it turned out, well, yes, there you go. You were wrong about being wrong. So you were actually wrong. What is your London hour trade? There's a video explaining it. It's only 17 minutes long. It's not a whole live stream. So if you go to my YouTube channel, it's called London Hour Trade. You'll see the thumbnail. So that simply explains the rules. Yeah. I feel like anyone who's been trading to the point where they know how to take trades and look at a chart, it doesn't have to be very long, could probably just learn that trade. Yeah. Follow the rules very closely, very properly. Yeah. It's 7 wins, 1 loss for the month, and the loss was risky going in, and I knew it, so I did a really small percentage because news was coming up. So that's the performance for January, yeah. But you know what I'm saying, Snake is, I don't know. That's my advice. Like, advice is overrated. Do whatever you want. Do whatever you feel to do. Make your own mistakes or victories. But I would just think, maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. Generally speaking, with some people, they come to me with ideas. Or somebody said recently, I don't like exponential moving averages. What do you think of using this instead? And I say, why? I did all the damn work already. I did it. I did all the experimentation. I don't care anymore. Just want to punch in, have fun, and punch out. You know what I'm saying? London hour trade, like I said, I didn't go really looking for it. Whatever led me down the path was like, oh, whoa, okay, what's this? I just want to punch in, have fun, make money, and punch out. I don't care about new ideas. I'm not trying to sound, you know what I'm saying, though? I don't care. Why would you care? It's weird. I don't get it. Somebody tell me. Okay, I'm asking somebody to tell me why people see me trade live, see how I'm doing, and then I'm teaching it for free and I'm doing it live. I'm really just curious. What am I missing? And then about, 1 out of 4 people, or maybe more, is going to say, do you try, let's try this. Do you use this? What do you think of using that? And sometimes it could be like the furthest thing from anything I would do. And it's just me of all people to ask. I don't know. What am I missing? To explain it to me. I would see this guy trading live. Finally, what the hell? It's not a 56% win ratio or some shit. Put on the discotheque music. We've got 3 pips. Party time, guys. It's no bullshit. It's real, real, real. I would be like, damn, let me see what's going on. I'm gonna take a moment and just put everything aside and see what the heck is going on with this guy right here. Like when I first discovered VSA. It's like that. Nobody was trading it in front of me live, but I knew this was better than everything else. This is next level. Oh, I can understand what the market's doing, right? So it became like obvious this is better. So I took everything off my chart. Everything. And eventually I'm like, okay, I need my moving averages. That's it. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's see. Did I get an answer? I'd love to see my Forex funds rank 8% in a month and 5% the next. That's nice. That's a good one. I guess it's just me feeling I don't understand the market enough and I am just looking for additional input. I used to add indicators to aid me, but I'm past that. Sam says, do what works. That is why I keep asking all these little questions just to see what I can see. We're all watching the same chart, and yet you can see it and I can't. I don't know. I'll keep explaining it. After a while, it's got to be the same thing over and over and over again. As you've seen with some things, I'm sure you're starting to obviously see, oh, he's saying that again today. It's again that same thing today. It's all going to become that eventually, and you'll see what's going on. No? I don't know. Everyone's out there trying to find an edge rather than just following what works. Too much information out there. Okay? Too much information. Yeah. I guess... I would guess they respect your knowledge and want to bounce ideas off you. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, I get that. Okay. My Forex funds comment, because Maybe they come across something or whatever. Oh, well, let me ask the guy who probably knows. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, I get that now. All right. My Forex funds comment was in relation to my question to you. Oh. What was the question? Would you ever consider trying out? Oh, a big prop for, I didn't see that. No, I like trading for myself, yeah. For fun and adding an added trading income. Nah. Not for me. No. I cringe at the idea. Why would I not trade for a prop firm? Why would I not have people give me money to trade, right? Trade other people's money. Give signals on, what is it? My effects book, Forex Factory or whatever. People can follow my trades in real time, or the trade copier. People can take my trades. I've toyed with all of those ideas, and just me, for me, I have this little bubble that I have to be in a certain state. I can't have any interference mentally. It's very touchy. I have to thread the needle. As easy as I make it look, there's an extra element. It's kind of hard to explain. And I found my sweet spot, which is doing this. I'm mentally the most focused, and it feels the best. Just like streaming live to a small group. That's why I'm like joking about, I could invest in advertising if I really want to grow my channel or something, right? This is actually my sweet spot right here. I don't want to worry about, I'm trading other people's money. You guys are not here for signals. You're learning. We talk. We're hanging out. You know? I don't know who's making money off of me. Some freaking, I don't know. But this is the state that I like. I don't want to mess with it. And before this, it was a subscription where people were paying for me to do this. But the free, I like even better. This is better. I don't know. I found my sweet spot mentally and everything. This is it. I'm doing this. I'm not going anywhere. I don't want to change anything. That's just me. Then you have somebody else who's like, yeah, big goals in life, big goals, man. I want to make $500,000 a month, I want to be that guy. I want to make, okay. That's other people. They could do that. Go take the London hour trade and go do that with a yeah. For some people that works. Take the London hour trade and do that. So that's a little about me and my mentality. $20.62. What do the colors mean? Well, as I've explained, they're pretty. That's all. Go watch my videos. They're free. I'm old. I do want to trade for myself, but I know prop small account is my only way. Like this year, I don't want a micro. That's just me. Yeah, whatever works. Carbon says, "Don't fix what works." Fire emoji. Yes, that's just me. Yeah, other people could be totally different. I don't know. Other people could be totally stressed out by the idea of live streaming and everything, and then mess up their trading and their decision making. I could see that. And then there may be others that want to physically be around traders and sit in the room and talk about charts with people in person. That might be somebody. It helps get their ideas out, or who knows? Everybody's different. Yeah, I think you got to find your thing. Maybe that's the thing, right? You got to find your thing, whatever that is. Maybe eventually you learn everything I'm doing, and you go, you know what? Watching him on the live stream makes me not do it for myself and not confident and not in my own bubble that works for me. I got to stop watching this guy now that I learned his stuff and be in my bubble and do it and focus on doing it myself now, right? That's another example. Everybody's different. I don't know. Whatever works. Find what works. Where you feel the most comfortable. It's actually fun, if possible. Most days. Would you think it would affect you mentally if you suddenly had like 4K viewers, etc.? I know it has the potential to, so I would have to focus on it not. It would immediately enter my mind. All of a sudden, it's jumped up. Links got some celebrities shared the links. There's all of a sudden thousands of people in here. I would be like, okay, iron mind time. I need to make sure I'm right. Or else, nope, I'm not streaming today. I don't know. I'm not going to put myself in an uncomfortable position to try to trade. Yeah. I would make sure, yeah. First thing that comes to mind is, okay, is it even going to work in my favor or against me? Can I deal with it? Yeah, probably, but I kind of rather not at this point. Yeah, whatever. This is good. I'd have to turn off chat so I didn't see the new person questions being spammed. Yeah, that's another thing. If there were that many people in here, the chat would just be going and going, and me trying to answer and respond and think about everything, it would just be too much. Yeah. Pete suddenly on Oprah or whatever her name is. Yeah. They tried to kill me, Oprah. Yeah, man. That's a conversation, that's a point worth making. Find your sweet spot mentally in your setup and how you do it. Maybe it's being here. It keeps you disciplined. And whatever elements you have going on, make sure they're good and right. And I feel like when you have the formula down, don't mess with it. Hopefully that's helpful. Yeah, good topic. Good topic. The psychology part of it, being right, all that is a whole other thing besides learning to trade. Yeah, especially lately, it's been weird. Like I can feel it, like yesterday. I knew it was off before I even started the session, and then I had right. It's getting weird like that. Like I know when not to trade now. It has to be a certain vibe. I know it sounds crazy. All right, I'll stop there. These guys are getting fucking weird, man. I'm gonna go play Call of Duty.
Suppose we just look into things a little further. What's the cause of this tension anyway? Tension. What's the cause?
One day, chilling with my space brothers, I traveled through a wormhole. Appear, reappear, the stone builder, gate of the gods. Strike with that pose. Coke in that notion, wanna be a model. What? Because she thought you gotta be thin. A little thick person, that's what dude told her. Many levels on the come up. The world could be rude and crude. Just seen no homegirl throw up. You won't regret I took steps in '88. I'm straight, a barrel click, a signature sound. You see them jakes.
So we're hanging. I don't know. Victory lap. I'm just hanging. In my mind, I'm kind of done with January. I mean, I'm not going to do much damage with my risk under control. I want to end the month strong, and that's that. Next week is non-farm. Maybe I'll chill with the risk. But we're hanging. Nice. I don't understand why most Forex traders don't rely on volume. They do, not the ones sitting at home. Most of the time, it's work for them. It's worked. What's your opinion on that? Yes, professional traders use volume. Yes, they do. From what I've seen. You look in the background on Bloomberg or something, Bloomberg TV. You see the traders in the background, they all got volume on their screens. I feel like volume is used by professional traders. It just is. In the retail sitting at home trying to learn how to trade world, I think it seems too difficult when there's so much easier stuff right in your face. Well, let's use stochastics and a moving average and blah, 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 oversold, overbought, and RSI. That seems so much easier. And you got to get burned and burned and burned until you're like, all right, I'm going to do it the hard way and not give up. I don't know. I think if you hang in there long enough, you might end up, I don't know. But I think 90% of professional traders that are making money trading large accounts are using volume. I would guess it's that. Last question. Do you have a percent target? No. Where you like, I'm done for the day. I don't have a percent target, no. As far as when it comes to any sort of targets, target on a trade, target for the day, for the week, for the month, it's all about whatever I can get. Whatever I can get. I don't have a goal. Goals to me, Oprah, goals are overrated in my opinion. What? Everybody says, have a goal, have a goal. This is just my opinion. Goal. Like you have that much control. It's hard enough dealing with it that you have some specific outcome that you're insisting on. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? That's not directly your question, but that's the idea of goals and trading goals is so weird to me. Like the goal is to exit the trade properly, take the proper trades and manage them right. That's the only goal. I don't know. I would like to make this much percent. But as far as your question, which is talking about, like, if you hit a certain point to stop for the day, that makes sense to me. It just does. I like that if I'm up on a trade, like today, if I take another trade, I'm going to consider, I almost look at it as once I have a decent trade and something's in the bank for the day, because this is probably more of what you're asking. I think about the next trade. How much do I want to give back? How much of that am I willing to risk? How good is this next trade? You know, so I'm looking at based on what I made for the day, and it's going to cut into that. Would I give it all double or nothing? Would I give it all back on this great setup? Maybe sometimes. Or do I say, I want to keep at least some of that profit for sure. So let me lower my risk on a second trade. So I kind of look at it like that. Once I'm up, I don't want to be down. I want to end with something. You'll never really look back and regret that, right? No regrets. How did I do that day? I had one win and then I took a loss, but I ended up break even, or I ended up with a small profit. Okay. You're not going to look back and be mad at that. Oh, I could have went bigger on the second trade. Yeah, and you could have had a losing day. So, whatever. No regrets. So that's my thoughts on that. These are good questions, Oprah. You're a professional. I said I wouldn't cry. Loss percentage? Loss percentage. No, there's no like certain amount. I'm very good with risk. I don't over risk. If I'm down a certain amount for the day, I will just stop. Yeah. Yesterday after those two trades, I didn't look for anything else, did I? No. That's it. Call it a day. Get my mind right again. Come back right. But yeah, I mean, everyone should have if you're not that disciplined and experienced, you should have a loss limit for the day. Yeah, you really should. Absolute brick wall if you're down a certain percentage to stop. Because you may be dealing with mental, psychological issues at that point. Revenge trading, whatever people do that are, learning. So yeah, that's good advice. Okay, so you're just opportunity focused regardless as long as you're mentally keeping to rules. Yeah. Yeah, the goal thing makes sense. Right. When I enter a trade, there's part of me that's wanting my target and ignoring part of the chart. There you go. Let's be realistic. If we put any specific outcome on a trade, just making it harder. Yeah, and ignoring what you're seeing. That's a good point. That could happen. I mean, that's just me in life. Like, I'll have little goals. Like, I would like to get this thing done right now that I'm doing. I want to get this done. Big goals, in 3 months, I want to be here. 10 years, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be doing that. That's my goal. I don't know. Whatever works for people. To me, that's absolutely ridiculous. You never know what life throws at you, and you're going to be missing out maybe on other things. It just doesn't work that way, in my opinion. Go with the flow. You might be surprised. Get stuck on an idea. I don't know. I don't like that. It doesn't work for me. Goals. Like you have that much control over the factors of reality that you're going to encounter minute to minute, day by day. Goals. There's things that I would like, but you don't have to put a time frame on it, and it doesn't have to be. I don't know, it's just the way things end up working. You end up getting surprised. It's all good. Cool. Okay, where am I? So if I remove goals, is actually going to be clear. I think so. That's just me. Whatever works for you. It might actually work for some people. It could be a personality type or something. But for me, yeah. Cool. I've completed my education and I'm off to be a billionaire. Great. Lambos all around. Let's go. Use hotkeys if you take quick trades. Nah. It never gets to a point where I'm suddenly surprised by an entry and I got to get in. I'm usually pretty ready for it. I actually have like the window open and all I got to do is hit a button. So I'm just waiting. I trade on my phone. So I'm just waiting for that moment and I can just hit it. But I don't do any particular, have to do a quick thing like a quick crazy scalping or anything like that. Nah. Mr. Knox barfing at the goals. There you go. This is my philosophy. Whatever works for you. Yeah. I could go on and on about it. I'll just stop because who can want to talk about goals for an hour? It locks you in. It sets you up for disappointment. It makes you miss other opportunities. It takes you out of the moment and ever-changing factors. You're too locked into something. Goals, schmoles. Gotta set goals, guys. How many times have you heard that? Yeah, then you can define failure very well when it doesn't happen. I'm a failure. Had a goal. Good talk, Oprah. Good talk, guys. Hanging out today, Victory Lap. Shall we end soon? Leave off with the updated analysis. According to the chart and the idea of buying low off strength today, to go with the background, we have not seen enough buying to think that it's still not going to be able to go lower. Again, just look at yesterday. These types of things, very, very possible again. But you see the amount of strength coming in here is not really much. Now it's bullish in the background and it could just go and you can get a 14 EMA entry or something. But that deal that just keeps happening, it's suggesting it's happening again today. You'll know it when you see it. But obviously the demand is just not very high. Nothing special at all going on. It looks like you would have to conclude there was some buying here, but it went away. You'd have to conclude that if smart money is looking for low prices to buy, this wasn't it. It's not low enough. Now they're already positioned long from the left, and that's why I say it could just go up at any point, because it is what it is. But to align with them pre-positioning fresh positions for an up move, right? They haven't done that yet, so again, they're likely to do that lower into New York session again. So that's the deal with the dollar pairs. The yens are kind of the wishy-washy version of that. I'd rather be buying against the dollar. Ooh, snappy, snappy. Yeah, again, you see buying where you would expect it, right? 618 overshoot, previous resistance turn support. We're in a bullish environment. So you would definitely expect to see buying just below 618 at the 618. But it's not a ton, and then we're going down here. They're not so eager to buy that we can't just do this, right? So they may still be holding out for lower prices, and they're buying it to down moves, and then the big one at the low. How did that work out yesterday? All my troubles seems not much volume, and it just went. It feels like the dollar pairs are just cleaner in that respect. This actually looked like, well, maybe it's going to go lower, and it didn't. The yens are just not as clean like that. Here, what did we see? Yeah, not much strength. It just went. And actually that came into some weakness. A little toppy looking. So it's really, yeah, U.S. session buying against the U.S. dollar. That's the bullseye trade probably again. But of course, if anything else happens, adapt. Right? But yeah, there's only so many alternatives that can happen to give setups. If we, for example, continue to move down and not see demand, and then you have some sort of retracement that has weakness on high volume. Nothing wrong with shorting and shorting into U.S. session, whatever the chart says. But that's just likely. It's been likely and it's been happening. So, but if something changes, it changes. The volume will tell you. Also keeping in mind on the dollar pairs that, like, where is smart money positioned from? We already know yesterday, the dip, right? And previous, they kept doing that. And they're still in these positions. So it's going to take high volume for anything to change. They're still long. They're holding long. So as far as, profit-taking stuff, high-volume stuff coming, changing things or showing profit-taking or accumulating more to that position in that context. Do you think we found a pullback for the day EU? Okay, did I basically just answer that? Yeah. That was basically the answer then. But you're giving a specific number there. 73? 108737. It's very specific. 0.7. This? So wait. You think we found a pullback there in a downtrend for the day? Not sure what you're asking. The pullback there in the downtrend for the day. I don't know. But I wouldn't be shorting unless there's weakness, especially as you get closer to the U.S. session. I would not be selling. Like I said, unless weakness shows up. The buying hasn't been that active, so that's a possibility, but I'd have to see some higher volume weakness to consider a short in this bullish environment. Good, very good. All right. I think I'll call it a day. So that's where we're leaving off. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll go in the Discord. I don't know. You guys aren't that active in there, right? Is what it is. Actually, you are sometimes. I'm not. Tomorrow, we'll be back. News is a little later today. Okay. Almost 3 hours till news. That's kind of a pain in the ass. That's really big. Interest rate for Canada. So Canadian dollar is going to go buck wild. Markets are generally going to react to that. But it's an interest rate decision, so it's big. Big for Canada. So yeah, you kind of have to deal with that today, huh? Crude oil inventories. Hopefully it goes up for me. But yeah, cautious of that stuff. And then we're back tomorrow. A good normal day. Good timing. All right, very good. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Been fun once again. Cheers, cheers. Very welcome. See you tomorrow.